This video is going to be showcasing Aram plus Dark Corvus and Guild War a little bit. I think this team does have actual usage beyond just meme stuff, because there are some teams that the Straze team can't cover. So these were my hits for today. Like this one, Ruele, Straze can't really kill Ruele that well because his S3 does not instinct. So she'd just revive and then revive somebody else, but Dark Corvus deals with that really easily because his S3 does extinct. And then here, this young Senya team, I shouldn't have lost this area. This was because I messed up. But because when you use the Huayang S3, you would proc Senya and she would just kill you, Dark Corvus kind of just gets around that pretty easily. I didn't really get to show it just because of lack of options for stuff I was hitting, but you can definitely use this team into, like, teams that, even without Harsetti, if they're just 3 slow, bulky units, I don't think you'd be able to kill through Emily unless you have like a really jacked Dark Corvus, but if it's like 3 slow bulky units like Bunka, Mort, and then some other unit that I can't really think of off the top of my head, maybe like Ruele, you could just Aram Dark Corvus kill those two. So I'll show the stats for my units and then I will show the hits afterwards. Let's start off with Dark Corvus. Dark Corvus, I kind of just have him on some HP set gear. This is mostly spare gear. Like, I think I'm probably going to downgrade him soon because I'm re-gearing a little bit. Like, this helmet is, and this ring might be a little bit too good for him. But this is generally what you want. It's just a bunch of HP. That's all that really matters. The F-res can be nice, but not a huge priority. And then for his artifact, I'm using a Little Queen's Huge Crown, just so I don't have to use any actually good artifacts, but you could also give him something like Blue Rose is definitely really good for him. Gives him a bunch of extra damage plus free souls. So Aram S2 already gives him free souls, but if you're using him in like the team against not Harsetti that I mentioned, where she won't get to proc her S2 and you don't want to give her Bird's Eye, or you don't have Bird's Eye, then Blue Rose works fine. Also, you could also run something like Prayer of Solitude, just for extra HP. But this is the one that I am using. And then next up is my Aram. So for my Aram, I have her on Queen's Whistle. I actually think Queen's Whistle has been annoying because since she CR pushes after the high stack ally goes, when I was running my Iseria, not that it mattered because of the turn RNG, but you could look into a specific timing where it goes Iseria, then Dark Corvus, then Aram. But with Queen's Whistle, Aram would always cut after Iseria goes. Not really a huge deal though. For her stats, I don't think it matters that much. For speed, this is just to cover fast Harsetti. And the protection set is nice just for blocking Harsetti's S3. Usually I use it to prevent high damage Harsetti from one-shotting me, but you could also use this to block a bit of injury because injury Harsetti is relatively common. And then lastly, we have Iseria, who I just have on some speed immunity gear, just leftover gear. I don't remember why I have immunity, actually, but maybe it was for Katie's or something ages ago. The effect this kind of doesn't really matter. You could just give her all bulk. I just didn't want to use an HP ring on her. And then for her artifact, you're just going to use Unseen Observer. Gives you a bunch of extra souls. That is it for everyone's stats, and now you can take a look at my attacks. I'll also show the stats for the second team. It's just Amid, super fast with her personal artifact, so we can push up Straze. Straze, I just gave him speed main boots instead of his usual attack main boots, so he has enough speed to cut the Politis after Amid's push. And then Washer on Sasha Thanes with the hit chance EE just in case we need to clean up Flan. I think she dies, but just in case. Also, he gives a speed imprint. So here it's a bit RNG who goes first. It's either Iseria or Aram. Let's see who goes first here. So here Iseria goes first. The turn order works out fine here. It goes Dark Corvus after Iseria. If it's in like a situation where the Dark Corvus goes before Iseria, then don't reset Corvus with Iseria, just push him back up with Aram. We are just going to reset him though. Since we have Queen's Whistle, it did push our Aram past the. Well, she was ahead of Dark Corvus anyways, but that's something you could potentially use. Have the Iseria push her. Anyways, we are going to Soulburn and just kill this thing. So this Harsetti is on injury, but it should not stop us from just killing everything. We're just going to kill the Harsetti here. And at this point we should be at no risk of dying. And we're just waiting for cooldowns to come back up now. So that damage limit is kind of annoying, we do have to wait that out. Or maybe we can strip with this area, let's see. I did give her a bunch of effectiveness for no reason. But hey, I guess it came in handy here.
피할 수 없다면 극복해야죠. 힘을 나눠드릴게요. 저를 믿어주세요. 절망의 틈에서도 희망은 피어나는 법이죠.
차가운 혼돈을 선사하지. 모든 존재에게 영원한 인식을. 빛나는 시간이 다가온 바닥에 꼭 승리하겠습니다. 누가 쓰러질지 결판을 내죠.
Nice and simple cleave.
제 몫은 한 것 같네요.
Second hit, top team, we're just gonna roll with this. It's just Paulus. She's on spare gear for me, because I have all my fast gear on other people. With Unseen Observer for the souls. Getting a standard damage build. Then Mort, pretty standard build too. So we can just go in.
함께 춤출까요? 오른쪽, 다음은 왼쪽. 이젠 제법 잘 추는걸요?
So we get a silver in here. And Mort will finish her off.
제법이구나. 제법이야. 믿으려. 그런 너에게 내리는 상이다.
난 승리할 것이다. 아니, 승리해야만 해.
Kind of unlucky that she broke out immediately, but not really a huge deal because we can just do this.
운명을 씌워. 자. 귀찮게도 같이.
Did I not soul burn when I hit the
여기가 비었구만.
Bunka earlier? Maybe that was why she didn't die.
어리석은 선택의 말로
So here it looks like it's going Iseria, then Aram, then Corvus, I think.
좀 컨디션이네.
This Harsetti is not on injury.
빵을 먹으면 힘이 날 거예요.
내 너에게 귀한 점을 주지.
His entire team is going first, but
내가 친히 하사하지.
doesn't really matter. Corvus will take that no problem. So let's do this.
각오하세요. 영원한 맹세요.
Maybe I would say Queen's Whistle might just be bad in this comp because there's no... It doesn't really matter that much, but the ideal turn order would be Iseria, then Corvus, then Aram, but Queen's Whistle always pushes Aram up ahead. Since this Harsetti is not on injury... I think we kill Mort first anyways. I'm trying to think who is going to be more likely to kill my Iseria. I probably should have killed Harsetti just to remove her S2. That was probably the right answer. Iseria dies as a result of that, but it's fine. If I killed the Harsetti there, I think the my Corvus or my Aram would have just cut at least the Yenya. Now we can just wait for our skills to come back up.
선물이야. 아니시야, 지금이야. 내 녀석들을 혼내줘. 아니, 망치기. 살짝 따끔.
이 세계 보이스든 존재가
My Iseria is dead. I have no idea who to put here. I don't feel like thinking that hard about it. We're just gonna put young Yenya. Surely it's fine. He's kind of just here for sustain purposes. And also, I kind of want to see how much damage her S2 does. And then here, for the top team, this is just a meme team I like to run. It's any blue mage on protection set with Takahell's Ancient Book. Plus we have Arbiter Vildred on his standard full damage build with a standard Genua. I've never run this team into a Fallen Cecilia variant before. I don't think this is going to go very well, but we will find out exactly how badly it goes.
반항에도 소용없다. 겁쟁이 같은 소스네. 그래봤자 이 몸은 삶에서 죽음으로
The idea behind this team is
또 다른 삶.
here, Rune's going to kill Arbiter. He's going to just barely proc the Genua,
슬슬 끝내야겠구만.
but also ideally not do enough damage to proc his S2 Immortal passive. This might be RNG depending on whether or not she crits him. But we got our Gab here, so we can just Soul Burn. This is why we brought Tagahells. And this is why I was saying this probably won't work that well into Fallen Cecilia. Our priority target to kill here is probably the Rinak. Or actually, I'm gonna say Cecilia. She's gonna strip our Immortal.
어디 실력 한번 볼까?
Splash damage takes out Rinak anyways, and we actually lap here. Didn't think that was gonna lap.
건방진 녀석.
쓸모를 다했어.
Okay, second hit. We have Aram ahead of
이제
everybody. That's actually pretty nice.
이제 할 수 있지? 나를 부른 대가를 치러야지.
Okay, a bit less nice because Corvus is gonna get feared here, but will it work?
거기 멈춰! 나이로군.
어둠의 힘 너희를 처단해 주겠다.
I plan on killing Lon first here, so
사슬 난다. 악마의 사슬.
I probably did not need to soul burn that.
전 준비됐어요. 날 불렀어?
신기한 광경을 보여주마.
슬슬 사라져주겠네.
If it's already missed a crit, otherwise we'd have S3 back up.
저도 보고만 있진 않을 거예요.
I kind of want to S1 to gamble for the Corvus dual attack. Actually, no, that doesn't reduce his cooldowns anyways.
음식 시간이에요.
We'll just do this.
여기 온 것을
We
환영한다.
will wait a turn before we
나와
loop back around to kill.
싸움한 각오를.
네, 제가 한번 해볼게요. 힘을 모아요. 우스운 장난이구나.
어둠의 힘 너희를 처단해 주겠다.
Yeah, that crown is annoying that we didn't get the, well, it could have been a little bit annoying if we didn't get the S3 earlier, but don't think we're at any threat of dying. We'll kill the Mort. Harsetti will die eventually.
다 같이 가요.
This team in particular, there was zero reason I couldn't have just run Straze into this.
오늘 안 좋아해서.
The Aram Hwoyoung Straze team kind of just obliterates this team.
우스운 장난이구나.